Hello, this is Friendly Cat, and we're going to do our Hearts of Iron 4 achievement run guide and playthrough for Poland. We're going to do 4 different achievements here today. We're going to do primarily Bearer of Artillery, where we control part of Iran while also being at war with Italy and having troops in the middle of Italy. We'll do Crusader Kings III, where the king of Poland control Palestine. We'll do Habsburgs everywhere, where we crown a Habsburg as a monarch. And last, and certainly not least, we'll be doing no more partitions, where we make sure that Germany and USSR either don't exist or are part of our faction. We'll take them both out. The focus tree is on rails here. This is a color by number, folks, so you really want to follow along. We'll go through each tree, each part as we go along, but we need to crown a Habsburg, and we need to take the focuses pretty much in the order that I'm going to try to show you here today. But not too bad. Industry, 9 factories. Oh, I can live with that. Keep in mind, we're going to need some infantry support, artillery, and anti-air. Later on, we'll be adding close support aircraft. But as we complete the second focus, we are locked out of continuing until we choose our ruler. So let's continue down toward agrarian reform, because we want to end the peasants' strike, or make sure that never happens. We'll get our first claimant to the throne. We are going to pass. We're going to pass on the first claimant and continue down that left side of the focus tree, because we do need to take care of that potential peasants' strike. So he's not a Habsburg, so we pass. The second candidate will roll along, Habsburg candidate, Habsburg. Okay, that's your clue that this is the one we want. We will select this fellow so that opens up the Habsburg tree. After we select him, we need to finish off the last of the focus and then continue down toward supporting monarchy in Czechoslovakia. Along the way, we're going to set up an operative in Russia so that we can prepare a collaboration government that's going to make the future war with them much easier. Once we get to support monarchy in Czechoslovakia, we need to then bounce all the way over to agrarian reform. It's alright, we have to take a few decisions, so this doesn't really slow us down, and we do need to make sure we don't get that peasants' strike. There are a couple decisions. We're going to take 3 of the decisions that cost 50 political power, and we'll take 1 decision, which is 25 political power and 25 command, and then follow up with, I think it's 6 of the decisions for the civilian factories. We want to continue until we have 100 monarchy support. Not too bad. You guys can probably do the math, but that's the route we're going to take. While those decisions are proceeding, we need to continue down the other parts of the focus tree, the soldier king, so that we can prepare for the King of Bohemia. As we get ready to click the King of Bohemia event, we should see a screen that looks something like this on what I'm seeing, which is 80, I think it's monarchy support, and we're about to finish up another one of our civilian factory decisions to continue to push the monarchy support all the way up to 100. Along the way, let's pick up a military spirit and prepare for our usual police, our police, but no military police battalion. So we'll take a military spirit, add up a bunch of cavalry battalions, and save it. At this point, this is no better than a single battalion, but later on we'll add military police. After the focus completes, in my run, Czechoslovakia decided to go to civil war. No problem. We're just going to continue down to the King's Guard, because we do need to eventually press, I think, the Habsburgs' claim. Now this actually civil war is very quick. You could wait if you wanted to, but I feel like I'm kind of on a tight timeline, so I'm just going to continue along the focus tree and not waste any focus days. I think it took 20 days on this run. But after the King's Guard, because Czechoslovakia prevailed, they are now our puppet, which means we can now unite them and annex them and core them. That's pretty powerful. It pretty much doubles our military factories, while also giving us a lot more population. Pretty strong. We'll go ahead and press the Habsburg claim to see if we can bring the Habsburg back to Hungary. As long as we have a large army, which we do, and as long as we border Hungary, there's no need to improve relations. I don't even think that makes a difference, but we will have a very high percentage chance of completing that focus. and getting the desired outcome. This is what our airplane is going to look like, just the usual multi-role cast. We're going to put armor plating and cast and machine guns. After we've completed a couple of collaboration governments, I think 2 is a good number, we need to start preparing for war with Germany. So let's put our operative out. That will reduce the German planning bonus and make our lives much easier in the coming war. Yes, the Kingdom of Hungary crowns a Habsburg. We are very close to completing the first of the four achievements for our guide today, our goal today. So let's just continue down that focus tree. We'll also be looking at defensive divisions, 18 widths, with engineers, support artillery, and support anti-air. This is a little bigger than my usual defensive division. That's because we're going to need anti-air for our, again, upcoming battle with Germany. I'd rather have a little larger division to make better use of the support anti-air when we don't have great air coverage from our own air force. We'll also dube out and prepare for offensive divisions. Those are 9 infantry, 3 artillery. These are the 27 width, pretty standard, and they'll be used for attacking. Our tank, nothing too surprising here. Usual, the most inexpensive tank, I should say, tank with the highest armor, the lowest speed, and the lowest overall cost. It's our pretty standard tank that we use to help our infantry we're dealing with other countries. And this is pretty much what our borders look like, what our armies look like, and Hungary has accepted. That means that we have completed the first achievement, Habsburgs everywhere. We're going to take reform West Slavia next, not because I want to declare war with Germany, but because I want the cores. Germany demands the Sudetenland. Not today. You may notice that the army composition involves primarily defensive divisions along the border, with the more powerful assault troops at key points and preparing to take back, I guess, East Prussia. And there we go, on to Königsberg. Our first encirclement, not days into the war, I think. Not too bad. That's how we're going to win this, with small encirclements, careful attacks, using the assault troops. And with West Slavia, with that focus completed, this is now a Polish core. I think we gained 6 new states as our cores, which is great. More manpower, more factories, when we can control them. With that focus tree done, we're going to head down to pick up a few research slots. And after that, it's not going to matter so much which focus trees you select. Another little encirclement. We're continuing to just pinch off and take care of these last of the German pocket. We'll also be adding maintenance companies as well. Maintenance, I think, can be a little bit helpful in these type of runs, particularly if they last past 1930. We're also going to add tanks. Tanks to the front of an assault division change the battle quite a bit. They can reach up to quadruple the strength or power of a non-tank division due to how armor works. Oh, nice little encirclement. Nothing big, nothing too risky. We're just going to take small encirclements and whittle the German army down. They may be fearsome, they may be strong, and indeed they are. But if you can get a couple encirclements, 5 or so divisions here, 5 or so divisions there, they will eventually thin out. And they also asked Lithuania for Memel, which Lithuania was happy to provide. Not too bad for us. The German army then sent divisions over there. That's kind of unfortunate for them because we just captured and destroyed those divisions. They really didn't have much places to go. As we continue down the tree, 4th slot done. Let's move on down to the 5th slot. And it does take a few slots to get down there, but research is very important, and we've been living on 3 slots for the first 2+ years of this run, so we're a little research star. Now here's a much bigger encirclement, a little bit riskier because of the supply issues, but now that we've completed this, Germany's pretty much had its back, broken or nearly broken. It may not seem like the run is over, but it's really on its way. Another nice little encirclement. This one's not too risky. Take a few divisions there, take a few divisions here, and we're seeing that the German armies continue to thin out, which allows us to take Berlin in March 1939. You wanted the Sudetenland? We're going to take Berlin. Now we're feeling really strong. We're just breaking through, encircling, and destroying Germans far faster. And just like that, we've reached the peace deal. Germany destroyed, you wanted the Sudetenland, we're taking your country, we're taking your fleet, we're taking states as cores. Not too shabby. I'm pretty happy with this, and the most difficult part of the run is complete. Our motorized division template is going to be a variation of that 27 width, it's actually a 28 width. We're going to replace our line anti-air with logistics and put a motorized anti-air. So we still have anti-air, we're effectively swapping out what would be normally a support anti-air for maintenance companies. We'll be doing the same with our tank infantry divisions as well. Your focus tree should look something like this. It really didn't matter that much at what we took after the 5th research slot. You do have to take artillery motorization to complete the Bearer of Artillery achievement, but other than that, there's no real great focus after that. I decided to go ahead and make friends with Turkey and then wait for the Soviet Union. I kept my divisions off the border of the Soviet Union. I don't know if that impacts whether they'll ever make this demand on us, but it does mean that they'll take a little bit of land, but it's all right. At this point, our army and air force is overpowering. With these 28th, I'm going to occasionally call them 27th width by accident because I normally use 27 width, but with these 28 width motorized, they're tearing through. Like 4 days, they're going to close pockets faster than I can commentate on them as they blow right through the Russian lines. And although they're going to momentarily stop at Riga, as that is, but they'll cross, make another nice little pocket, blink, and you'll miss these pockets here in November. The winter will be coming soon, and that will slow us down, but they will just tear through and comfortably defeat the Russians very fast, race toward ports, and take Leningrad. You may notice that we've got scouts, those cavalry units taking Leningrad. Scouts are really good. If you've watched my videos before, you know how much I really enjoy them. I think they're the fastest overall unit in the game, and they don't use fuel, so they're very good at taking different areas. Of course, don't forget to give them engineers and artillery. In this game, I kind of forgot until late here in the match, but that's all right. Romania gave up Bessarabia, and Russia promptly put troops into that pocket, so we just crushed them and took them. Not sure what they were really thinking on that one. Another nice little pocket. You can tell at this point the Soviet Union no longer has sufficient divisions to cover its lines, so we're just moving out, we're battle planning, and with 100% collaboration government, we are reaching the end of the Soviet Union. Just taking them out. With Moscow, we should be just about on the edge, and down goes Moscow. Not quite ready for capitulation. Oh, perfect. We'll take on Stalingrad as well. It was Stalingrad gone. That's it. We've got him, and we will soon proceed to the peace deal. Nice line. Not too far into the Soviet Union. We will take everything, and we've now completed another achievement, no more partitions, because both Soviet Union and Germany no longer exist. Oh, that nice 100% collaboration. Well, let's justify in Iran. I probably should have just started the justification in Iran while at war with the Soviet Union because of that long 125 days. Oh no. Italy's at war with the Allies. I think this is a legacy from the whole Ethiopia fiasco. Well, I need Ethiopia to be alive to complete Bearer of Artillery, which means I'm going to accelerate my attack into the Allies. Let's go get France. Fortunately, France is at war with the Major, so I've got a relatively quick 45-day justification. Italy, hang on just a little bit longer. Let's see if we can make it to the Maginot. Oh my goodness, we will just tear through the Maginot. We've got overwhelming air power with the Soviet Union and German economy behind us. We're going to pocket and tear those Maginot forts to pieces. It's just a race to Paris and a race to destroy enemy divisions, but primarily we just want to capitulate France, and there's really not much France can do to stop us. I think the divisions are still fighting Italy somewhere else. I don't see a lot of British divisions either, and with just a few more attacks, we will have taken Paris, and then we can capitulate them. We might be able to get a naval invasion off on the UK, and that would let us get CK3, Crusader Kings III, down a little fast. See with that invasion, no transports. That doesn't make any sense. No problem. I've done this before. We'll just delete the command and we'll send it off again. No division, no transport. This is busted? Is this bugged? Why is it not working? No, I think I know what it is. Well, now you're seeing an experienced player who did not check to see whether naval invasion tech had been researched. That's kind of a bummer because I'm pretty sure we could have ended this run in middle of 1941 at the latest if we'd gotten this naval invasion. Well, Japan attacks the Netherlands. Netherlands joins the war, so we'll just chew right through the Netherlands and we'll wait for our naval invasion tech to complete. Meanwhile, I think the United States ends up joining the Allies somewhere along this way. No big deal. We don't need to capitulate the Allies, but we will take out Iran. They can't even slow us down. At this point, there are very few divisions that can even slow us down. In addition, taking out Iran opens up the Raj, which actually I do kind of need the manpower. The British Raj puts up a pretty good fight, much more better than you might think. But again, I've got fast motorized divisions, some of them which also have support by so much air power, and there just aren't enough Raj troops to cover the line, so we will just peel right through their country and collect the manpower along the way, which is pretty helpful right about now. After we complete the Raj, we finally complete our attack, which means we can now naval invade the UK. Fantastic. Months after the United States has joined, which is kind of unfortunate because we won't be able to capitulate the Allies or bring them to the peace conference, but the naval invasion pulls off pretty well. Our air power, I don't think we necessarily have more planes in the UK, but we've got a large number, and once we land, we'll just move right through the country. We will be looking to capitulate them. No reason to hold off on that. Just take them out, move quickly, patrol the channel, send your planes out so that we can take care of England. They can't slow us down, not with this type of firepower. With them capitulated, let's move on. Now these are 1940 subs. We lost 2 subs to 8 destroyers, which sounds like a bad trade, but it's not that bad. It's not that great, but because we can replace our subs more than they can replace their ships, so over time we will eventually wipe out their fleets. It's not a bad idea to head into Southeast Asia to take out, I guess it's French Indochina, because of the rubber that's located here. Once we went to war with Allies, we kind of lost our rubber supply, so our aircraft have been having a hard time. And Ceylon also has rubber, so let's get a naval invasion off there and take them out. I think we can get a naval invasion into Palestine. At one point, Italy had control of the sea. That's how they got their own naval invasion off, but they lost naval superiority, and so we lost that window to try to end this quickly. No problem. Let's go right through Iran. Iran's terrain was made for these type of fast motorized divisions, so we're just going to tear right through them. And let's make naval bombers. This might be the first time I've made naval bombers in By Blood alone. I don't know what the meta is. I don't know if these are any good. I just tried to put torpedoes and different things that could do damage to ships and potentially ports. Let's see how it works out, because we're going to try to clear that Eastern Mediterranean Sea of British ships. Maybe a port strike will help clear it. Just get them off their mission. Alright, port striking away. That's it. That's what it was. Now we got some port strike, and we're able to land. We're very close to another achievement. A lot of these invasions of these armies go so well, not because of the division divide necessarily, but also because of the air power. We've got overwhelming air power, lots of fighters, actually it's cast, but on air superiority, but also on ground support. That's it. Crusader King III, we control the state of Palestine after crowning a monarch, which we did with the Habsburgs. Alright, nearly done. One left. And the last achievement, of course, at this point is very easy, but let's go ahead and spread out, just be a little safe. We'll take the Suez, and we'll just give ourselves a little bit of room. Once we're at war with Italy, we're moments away from getting troops into central Italy. Those states, there's 3 states in there that we need to head into, and there we are, motorized, chewing through Italy. Love these divisions, love the air power. We're actually going to hold off on the Green Army just to make sure that we don't get an unnecessary puppet flip before we get deep enough into Italy that we can get that event to fire. There we go, past through Rome. There it goes. That's the event. Nice. We've now completed Bearer of Artillery. What a fun run. March 1942. Okay. Definitely could have done a lot better with if I didn't research naval invaders or naval invasions. And there we go. We're going to capitulate Italy before they become a puppet. That's pretty hard to do. I think we got this. I'm pretty proud of myself. There we go. Capitulation before... Ah! We missed it by hours. 9 hours. I think we missed it by 9 hours. That's alright. Maybe next time. We still completed our run. Let's go and get this peace treaty over with. Think about things we could have done differently. Research paratroopers, research naval invasion. But we did what we set out to do. I had a lot of fun doing this. I hope you enjoyed it as well. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave in the comments below, or if there's an achievement that you'd like to see me complete. Anyway, I hope you have a great day, and thank you very much for watching.